basically 8 minutes from Collingwood downtown. You can get to the ski hills of Blue Mountain within 15 minutes. There's also another golf and ski even closer, actually 10 minutes. So this place was just listed 4,424 square feet. Obviously, again, it was a church. I have all the dates for you guys. 1896, the back edition back there. Can't even see my finger, it's so bright. 1979. It does have a steel roof. I'm gonna go through everything with you guys. I'd honestly say 19 out of 20 of my calls are about this property. Again, it was just listed for $799,000. It has a huge usable property. So it is zoned Hamlet residential, which means residential. So you can imagine on this massive property, somebody could easily, I can't find the path going backwards. They could easily put a pool. They could easily put, I know it sounds weird, but like tennis courts, they could have volleyball, they could have really whatever they want because it is so large. I'm going to show you guys probably, maybe I'll show you a little bit more outside, but I was going to say I'll show you guys inside first. There are 2 bathrooms, there are 2 kitchens, there's a gas furnace, there's central vacuum. Again, it is a huge property. You can get to pubs within like 1 minute, the community center within 1 minute. There's huge parking, and obviously it's a massive lot. Maybe I'll turn this around so you guys can see, and you don't need to see me in it. Except my turnaround button hasn't been working the greatest today. Here we go. So this is all part of this property, okay? So it's 193 wide by 165 deep. It is literally so huge. If somebody told me it was 250, I would believe it. But it does say 193 by 165, okay? Again, steel roof in this gorgeous church. I love the stained glass windows, are so amazing. Again, the addition was done in 1979, but I will tell you guys all about that as I go in. And again, this is a gorgeous church. Churches rarely come up on the market, so I'm excited for you guys to pop in. Hi, Dave, how are you? Hi, Janice. I don't recognize everybody's bubbles, but I appreciate you guys popping on to see the tour of this lovely church at 22 Melville Street in Nottawa, just 3 minutes from Collingwood. Again, it's not very often that churches come up, let alone ones of this size. Again, this one's 4,424 square feet, and it is zoned residential, which is amazing because lots of times they're zoned commercial, which makes it quite hard to get financing. So this is zoned residential, so financing will be nice and easy for somebody. Again, obviously a church, so we have soaring ceilings. Again, 4,424 square feet. You can just imagine the things that you could do here, whether you put the kitchen up there, you put the master bedroom, a living room, I don't know, you could do so much here. And something else that's really neat here is in Collingwood, as I'm sure, or maybe not I'm sure you know, but you might know, and Blue Mountain, they have restrictions with staying short-term rentals. So you have to stay 30 days, etc. And you have to apply for the license and so forth. So because we are just outside of Collingwood, in Nottawa, that doesn't actually apply. So you can short-term rental it, which is amazing. And again, we are super close to everything. So we're only 3 minutes from the Collingwood border, and we're 3 minutes from Bateau Creek Golf Course, for example, 10 minutes from Ostler Bluff, and that is a ski and golf course as well. 18 minutes to Blue Mountain, which is where I've always snowboarded growing up. Again, this is so cool. Like I don't feel like, you know, I feel like this is somewhere in the States and you don't get this kind of thing in Ontario. So it's so neat and so unique. We've had so many different inquiries on this property. As I'm sure you can imagine, everybody's imagination is running wild here. So it's also only 1 minute drive or a 3 minute walk to the Nottawa little community center. It's also 3 minutes, like I mentioned, just from the Collingwood border. But if you want to go right downtown Collingwood to the waterfront, it's 8 minutes. There's also a cute little pub in Nottawa, and it's a 1 minute drive or 4 minute walk. And let's just say you have kids, it's 5 minutes from CCI, which is the Collingwood Collegiate Institute, or 7 minutes from Our Lady of Bay Catholic, which is the high school. That little room just obviously goes back to get you up onto the stage portion behind the red curtains there. It is a 200 amp service. Hi Josh, how are you? Hi Mandy, thank you for popping into this beautiful church we have at Nottawa, which is just outside of Collingwood, 22 Melville Street, listed for $799,000. Just listed 4 days ago. And it's also only 2 minutes from South Bay Fields, which is like the lavender farm. They also have sunflowers. You've probably seen lots of your friends on Instagram or Facebook post in there as they take their kids or do their little photo shoots in there. This room is so amazing. So whether you divided this, part for short-term rental, part as a home, or use it all as your home, or all short-term rental, there are endless possibilities. I haven't even gone in the addition yet. I'm just in this main area. It's also 12 minutes if somebody wanted to, for example, go to the Cranberry Golf Course. So we have a golf course that's 3 minutes away, a golf course that's 10 minutes away, a golf course that's 12 minutes away, and there's a bunch of other ones, to be honest, but I'm not going to name them all. There's also tons of provincial parks around here. So like the Nottawa Saga, that's that lookout one. It's only 15 minutes. There's one called Pretty River Provincial Park. It's got all the caves and crevices and stuff. That is 10 minutes. Again, this iconic church is 22 Melville Street in Nottawa. Again, 3 minutes outside of the Collingwood border. So as we walk this way, we're heading into the addition. So the addition was done in 1979, and it's super solid. As you can see, huge, huge windows. Even downstairs in the basement, it's almost like they put a raised bungalow in the back. So the windows downstairs are very large, not claustrophobic by any shape or form, and let tons of natural light pour into the space. So it says 1896 for this property. I don't know if the church is actually from 1896. If it is, it's in incredible condition, but that is what it says, 1896, but it's not deemed as heritage, so you don't have to worry that you have to jump through all these hoops to do any renovations or anything like that. Again, it is zoned hamlet residential, so it is meant to be a home, so somebody obviously can change it up however they like, or maybe they want to keep that kitchen, maybe they want to move it to the main church part, etc. Again, this addition was done in 1979, and there are 4,424 square feet here. Again, this church has been only listed for 4 days, $799,000, and we're at 22 Melville Street in Nottawa. Again, it is septic and dug well, which is amazing. You don't have to pay for your water. So it's a huge, huge lot. Like it honestly baffles my mind, to be honest. It's massive. So you can imagine a huge pool, volleyball court, basketball court, whatever your kids or you desire. There is so much room. You are not going to know what to do with it. If you have any pets, I'm sure they will think they've died and gone to heaven, loving the massive yard space here at 22 Melville Street. Again, zoned hamlet residential. And again, this church was just listed 4 days ago, 4,424 square feet. So I'm going to take you guys down into the basement addition. Also, if you guys know Scandinave Spa, that is super close, only 15 minutes from here. And by the way, this property is 0.73 of an acre. But honestly, it just seems bigger. I don't know if, that's not updated properly, but that's what it says. But I think it feels bigger than that. So I will show you guys down. This is obviously the door to the addition. And depending on how somebody set this as a home or a short-term rental, is up to them how they use this. So you can see baseboard here, but there is a forced air furnace in the church. So we have lots of closet space. There's 2 right as you come downstairs, and then 2 over here. So 1, 2, so 4 all together in this first area, kind of like a foyer. Again, like I mentioned, huge windows out here, or down here, I should say. So nothing feels claustrophobic. So you have a large room over here. Again, whether somebody uses this as a rec room or I don't know, there's a little kitchenette in here. Again, you can see sun-drenched windows. Hi, Jason. How are you? Hi, Carrie. Thank you for popping in. Hi, Les. Hi, Peggy. Thank you guys for joining. Again, we're at 22 Melville Street, which is actually a church in Nottawa, just 3 minutes outside of Collingwood. I love the stained glass windows upstairs. I'll show you guys those again. So we have a 200 amp panel here, as well as a pony panel. And again, it does say 1896 on the property, and then 1979 for this back addition. And again, it's zoned hamlet residential, so it is allowed to be a home. Don't like being in the mirrors. So there is a bathroom, obviously set up because it was a church. So not your kind of typical bathroom in a home, but somebody is allowed to put their spin on it whatever way they like. So there is also a side entrance, kind of like I think of like a storm, you know, when there's tornado coming or something. I think of those entrances. So I'm going to show you guys, because I know a lot of people have asked me about the crawl space. So I'm going to show you the crawl space just so if you have any questions or what have you, you've seen it firsthand. So I'm going through this other storage room or office, and I'm going past the water filtration, etc., which obviously there is a full system, into the crawl space. And the crawl space does not smell, it's not musky. We have the central vac down here. It's a really good height. You can stand, etc. So that is the crawl space. And then obviously we have the full basement in the addition, because that was done in 1979. So I'm going to go back up to the church part. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Hi, Nancy. How are you? Thank you for popping in. We're just in 22 Melville today, which is a church, 3 minutes outside of Collingwood, 8 minutes to Collingwood's waterfront. It's got beautiful stained glass windows you'll see when I head back upstairs. It's only 3 minutes from the one golf course and 10 minutes from the other golf course and 12 minutes from another one. Again, there are other ones, but I don't need to name them all. I'm sure you guys get the gist. It's also at 10 minutes to Osler Bluff Ski, in case you want to avoid the crowds in Collingwood at Blue Mountain. You can go to Osler, which is a super cute spot. So again, there's 2 kitchens, this full one as well as the kitchenette downstairs. And again, we're in Nottawa, which is an adorable little town. So just 1 minute away, there's their little community center. There's also a little pub that's 1 minute away. A little home store, home decor store. Like, look how cute that little rainbow stained glass is. I love it. So obviously we're going into the main part of the church here. We're also, again, 5 minutes from CCI, which is a school for those that are not from the area. Or if your kids go to Catholic, it's 7 minutes from here. These ceilings are amazing, this rounded area. I don't know what I would do. I don't know. It would be like, I'd have to rock, paper, scissors, I think, to decide. Would I put a kitchen? Would I put a master bedroom? Would I put my living room there? I don't know. It's my favorite spot of the whole church. And again, this property is 0.73 of an acre, but it does seem a lot larger than that, to be honest. Again, it does say 1896 on the building, but it's not deemed heritage, so you don't have to worry about jumping through a lot of hoops to do anything. And again, it does have that residential zoning, so it's nice for doing your deposit, or your down payment, I should say, doing financing, etc. Nothing tricky about it like commercial would be. Again, there are 2 kitchens in here. The addition in the back was in 1979, and there is a gas forced air furnace, and that's in the church. Obviously, you don't want to be in this church and and not have a forced air furnace. That would get quite costly. So it's nice that there is a furnace. And again, zoned residential, but it is allowed to have short-term rental, okay? So Collingwood, you know, they have that 30-day thing, but because we're in Nottawa, that does not apply. So if somebody wanted to turn all of it into short-term rental or part of it and live in the other part, depending how big their family is, it is obviously a massive footprint, 4,424 square feet. So I am going to go outside and show you guys the outside and the property. Hopefully you guys can hear me outside because it is fairly windy today. I don't have a mask on in here like regular homes just because nobody lives here. So disregard that. So again, this is a huge, huge property. So I will turn this around so you can see. Again, steel roof. Love all these stained glass windows. This is the addition here in 1979. Again, a massive property to have huge parking. Whether somebody decided to, you know, fence this in or leave it nice and open, it's totally up to them, but a huge property. I'll go around the back of it so you guys can see. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. It is a steel roof as well. So you can see it is just huge. Again, only 3 minutes from Collingwood's property boundary and 8 minutes to downtown Collingwood, 10 minutes to the One Ski Resort, and then obviously getting to Blue Mountain, super close, 15 minutes. So that was that door that I had went to that I said that it was like a storm door. So I'll go back to the front. Again, this is 22 Melville, listed for $799. Just listed 4 days ago. Gorgeous church with endless possibilities, whether somebody's going to live in it or short-term rental it. Totally up to them, or do both. I don't know. Again, listed for $799 4 days ago. Again, 22 Melville in Nottawa. Hi, Kristin. Thank you for jumping on. Hi, Amber. Super cute. How adorable is this church? So sweet. Thank you guys for jumping on. Again, have a beautiful weekend, and any questions, feel free to reach out for this iconic church. Have a super day. Take care.